Happy, wonderful after-work stories. Yes, another edition, and this book is called The Secret of the Tattered Shoes. The Secret of the Tattered Shoes. This should be rich. This is by Jackie Morris and Ethan Abdullahi. Every night, 12 princesses go to sleep in a locked bedroom. What's that about? Every morning, the king finds their shoes worn to tatters. Desperate, he seeks the help of a young soldier to find out why. Will they ever discover the secret of the tattered shoes? This might be too loud. Let's see. Hold on. Will they discover what's going on? That when the princesses wake up, their shoes are worn. Jackie Morris's magical reimagining of the 12 Dancing Princesses by the Brothers Grimm is brought to life with beautiful and delicate illustrations by Ethan Abdullahi. Okay, so let's enjoy. Yes, the color choices are interesting here. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness, you have fruit and flowers. I just watered my flowers. I forgot I planted them in the box. And I'm like, oh my goodness, please don't die, please. So on the way home, I was able to think about them. Let's see. Oh, look at these different pairs of boots and shoes, different styles, cool colors. All right. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we can do. Oh no, we can't do this all in one day. I didn't know that there were so many words. Let's dive in. A soldier weary from war wandered the land. His heart was heavy, troubled by all that he had seen and much that he had done in the name of the king. In a forest rich with the green light of sunlight through emerald leaves. Oh, I was just thinking about that on the walk home, how the leaves are so vibrant, beautiful green like emerald. He met a woman. He was a hollow shadow of a man. She brimmed with light and life. I am weary, he said, tired of life. I have no wish to live. Oh no. Around them, birds sang an orchestra of bird song. He could not hear, ears deafened by guns, by war. Oh, it's a tough existence. Oh, look at this. The woman took his hand for a moment. It was warm. And she told him about the castle close by. The king, she said, has 12 beautiful daughters. Each night they go to bed, locked in a room with 12 great beds. Each morning they wake so weary they can hardly stand. Beneath each bed their shoes lie, each worn through, ragged and tattered. The king wishes to know why. What has this to do with me? The soldier asks. The king has declared that whoever finds the secret of the worn shoes can choose a bride from among his 12 daughters and rule the land. Many have tried, all have failed. Failure is punished by, I don't want to say the word, but it's something very devastating, and it starts with a D. That is what I seek, said the soldier. The forest woman was sad. The soldier was young and strong and handsome. Go then, she said, and showed him the path to the castle. But do not eat or drink anything offered to you by the princesses. And take this. She handed him a cloak, mysterious as twilight, dusky like shadows, light as silk. When you wear it, you will become invisible. I was singing a song. To see the invisible. The soldier took the advice, took the gift, and walked away. The woman and all the wild woodland creatures stood and watched him go. On her lips, a quiet smile. In her heart, a hope. Do you think they're going to get together? Let's see. Well, I don't know. What's your prediction? It's a mysterious story so far. Okay. At the castle, the soldier found a warm welcome. A desperate king embraced him like a long lost son. So many young men had tried. So many now lay, fill in the blank. Not a good place. There was a feast. He met the 12. They were all beautiful women, beautiful girls, beautiful princesses. You talking about some pressure, huh? But he was depressed anyway. The soldier was shown to their chamber, 12 beds with rich covers. He was led to an antechamber. Then the door to the 2 rooms was locked. For a while he could hear the princesses talking, laughing as they settled to sleep. The youngest came to him with a cup of wine and a smile like frost on glass. "My sisters would like you to have this," she said. He took the cup and pretended to take a drink from it. Smart. Then lay down and closed his weary eyes. And he listened. Are they poisoning the other people who are trying to find out the mystery? Owl hoot. Far away, a wolf howled. The castle settled to sleep. The princesses gathered around the sleeping soldier. The youngest reached out to touch his face. "Such a pity," she said, "so handsome. And soon he will be, sad." Then they ran back to their bedroom, laughing softly. "Do you mean that they're committing homicide of these people?" Oh my goodness. Stone scraping on stone, the soldier rose, wrapped the shadow cloak tight around him, and followed the sound. Where a bed had been, now there was a stairwell spiraling down. Tap, tap. He could hear shoes stepping down the stones, down into the dark, twisting and winding. He followed. Each girl held a lantern. Faster they went, and he ran to catch up. Stepping on the hem of the youngest girl's dress, she cried out, "We are followed!" Her sisters laughed at her fears. "He will sleep for hours after the drink that we gave him." Yeah! They're the cause of the demise of so many. Oh, this is not a happy book. The soldier followed out from the twisting tunnel of steps to an avenue of trees lit by curious starlight. The leaves shone with silver as if painted by moonlight. And he saw the girls wore rich dresses, as if for dancing. He reached out a hand from beneath the cloak and snap, broke off a twig and put into his pocket. For a moment the youngest stopped, listened. He held his breath, waiting. Smart man. "Come on," called the others. They will be waiting. Do you think that first woman was one of the princesses? Maybe she was the 13th one? I don't know. What do you think? They would be waiting. Look at that. Oh my goodness, these women. On they ran into the strange subterranean night, through an avenue of golden-leaved trees. Wrapped in the cloak, the soldier followed. Again, he snapped off a twig. The gold leaves were heavy in his hand. Again, the youngest stopped. She thought of the soldier sleeping. She peered back into the darkness behind, then turned and ran on. Oh, so she actually liked him? Maybe they'll get together. Through an avenue of diamond-leaved trees, they moved, and it seemed to the soldier that all the stars in heaven had fallen to earth to hang in the trees. He took the smallest twig. It seemed a sin to damage such beauty. Then they came to a lake. Oh my goodness. 12 boats, beside each a man, tall, handsome. The 12 princesses each climbed into a boat. The soldier stepped swiftly into the boat with the youngest. Just as it slipped from the strange shore. As he rowed across, the man felt the boat to be unusually heavy. They lagged just a little behind, but he had eyes only for the girl, and so did not see the dark shadow of the soldier. Look at this. What type of craziness are they doing at night? Oh my goodness. Will you look at this? they've had a lot of captors. You see that? Oh my goodness. On that island, far from the shore, the soldier watched as the 12 princesses danced away the night with the 12 men until their shoes were ragged and worn and all were weary. So they'll just be dancing with them to their demise. He thought he had never seen such beauty. As he wrapped the shadow cloak tighter around him in the lights of the ballroom, he remembered the woman in the forest and thanked her again for this gift. Oh, maybe she was the mother. I don't know. Just before the twilight dawned, each man led his princess back to the boats, across the lake to the shore where they kissed. Then the princesses ran in their tattered, dance-battered shoes through each of the avenues and up the stone steps into their rooms. Each tucked the worn shoes beneath each bed. The soldier had run ahead, so when they peered into the antechamber, the girls saw that he still slept, and they smiled their cold smiles. What? Cold hearts, too. He would pay for their night's dancing with his life, just like all the others had. That's what I'm saying. Young people, whoever, don't you drink from people you don't know from. Don't you ever, if you go to college parties, whatever, don't you ever lay your lemonade, your Pepsi, your 7-Up, don't lay that glass down. And it's just so much how so many are being devastated by mixtures out here. Not to mention the fentanyl and the opioid crisis. They said fentanyl is 10 times as potent as heroin. Leave it alone. For the next 2 nights, the soldier followed the girls down the stone steps, through the avenues, across the lake to the ballroom. He saw how they loved to dance, how each looked at the man with whom they danced with such love in their eyes. He saw how the men looked at each of the girls as they rowed them across the lake, how they watched them go on their worn shoes. On the final evening, he took a small goblet from the enchanted ballroom and hid it in his pocket. I hope he's not thinking about taking one of those drinks. Oh, no. On the morning after the 3rd night, the king summoned the soldier before the court. He looked at the soldier. Do you have an answer to the riddle? The soldier said nothing, but took from his pockets, one by one, a twig with leaves of silver, a twig with leaves of heavy gold, a twig that seemed to glow like stardust, and a small goblet of gold. He handed each to the king, and the girls looked on in horror. Yep, they were caught. They knew their secret had been discovered. I will leave your daughters to explain, he said. The girls told their father everything, and the king turned to the quiet soldier. My kingdom is yours, he said. Which of my girls will you take as a wife? You think the youngest one or the one who told him initially? The soldier looked at the girls and then turned to the king. Or maybe he's not going to choose anyone. I have been a soldier. I have fought battles for kings until I was weary of life and sought only devastation or demise. When I watched your daughters dance in the enchanted ballroom, so beautiful, it warmed my heart to see such love. But how that love was won and at what a price made my heart sore. So many died that they might keep their secret. And so I say I have had enough of kings and princesses. Hey! I met a woman in the forest. She seemed wise and filled with light and life. There you go. She was generous to a weary stranger. That's who you want to choose for a mate, a life mate. Someone who has light and full of life. And someone who is kind and generous. I will go and see if I can find her and see if she will dance with me. And he turned and walked away from the king and his kingdom, away from the 12 dancing princesses, away from the castle, and into a new life. That's what I'm talking about. Do you think she was a 13th sister? Maybe there was some jealousy. Well, you just make sure you are the one filled with life and light and not filled with devastation, demise, and that other D word. This was good. All right. Have a great evening full of illumination, hope, and joy.